Hello and welcome back to another.
Is that safe to do to a? Never mind.
Okay, let me start that again. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Retro Alliance Gaming. So today I have two things. I'm going to start out with the first. Now there is a huge surprise at the end. Something that I want to announce that is literally boiling up inside me.
Inside you?
Yes. Well, inside a lot of people. This is something very exciting that I'm going to want to tell you about, and I want to make a video, so in the future this will be something that could be looked back upon. So not only is this for my subscribers today, but this is also for my family, AJ's family, so basically our whole family later on. Anyways, okay, so first thing I want to talk about is recently they announced Rise of the Tomb Raider for the PS4. Now, I am a huge Tomb Raider fan. Now, when I say that, let me bring this back to you. In 1997, when I had a PlayStation, me and my brother went and we rented Final Fantasy VII, and which I actually kind of sort of liked at the time, but it was much better when I actually got the game. But anyways, yeah, we got Tomb Raider, and even though I played the original Tomb Raider titles, I always kind of found them frustrating. I know, break out the pitchforks and stab me, but like, just half the game was me trying to jump on a freaking mountain and not getting on that damn mountain, and then turning myself like this and trying to jump, and I was like, ugh, I know they were good games, but I could never quite get into them. But this puppy came out, Tomb Raider, which came out for the PS4 and I think the Xbox One, 360, PS3, and I fell in love with this game, okay? I don't care if people butcher me or hate me for saying this, but this is how you reboot a series. This, to me, was 10 times better than the original could ever be. I know they didn't have the technology to quite do this at that time, but this is what I was looking for when I think about Tomb Raider. We actually got this really nice edition that came with art book inside of it. It's kind of a built in there that has all of the concept art, everything that you can see on there. I'm sure a lot of you guys picked this up, but it was a very beautiful edition of Tomb Raider that I was very happy to get. Anyways, so I have played through this game several times. I loved every moment of it. I thought it was pretty much perfection. When they announced the Rise of the Tomb Raider, was it exclusive for the Xbox? Was I disappointed? Sure, but it was a timed exclusive, like most things on the Xbox One, unfortunately. But fortunately for us, that means I had to wait a year to get this. Now, on the next game. Now, I could have picked up the Xbox 360 version, but after playing the definitive version of Tomb Raider, I just wanted to wait for the PS4 one. It's not that I'm a graphics whore or anything. I just wanted to wait for that full experience that they were giving. Moving forward, they just announced Rise of the Tomb Raider, and it is the 20th anniversary of Tomb Raider. Now, when they announced it for $60. Now, there was a rumor that they said they were going to do something extra, or maybe the price would be lower because the game's been out for a year, so people were expecting it to be $40. Now, the second it popped up at $16, everybody suddenly started, the big hate train, coming to kill the witches with pitchforks, saying, oh,
rude,
you're selling us. Yeah, I know, well, because we practice that, but it's like, oh, you're freaking selling a game that's a year old and you're going to charge us $60, and all these people were bitching about it. And I have news for you. First thing, I'm 90% sure they're probably going to have a regular edition that's $40 if they haven't announced it already. But here's the gig. The $60 version that you bought for the Xbox One was literally just the regular version of Tomb Raider. The new version of the game coming out, my God, okay? You aren't just getting the game. Technically, the game you're paying maybe $20 for. What I mean is, first off, they announced a ton of DLC. So every single DLC that came out for the Xbox One, we're getting for the PS4. I'm pretty sure that was a season pass, which I don't know how much that costs. It gets around $25 there alone. Second, we are getting 2 or 3 exclusive missions, hour-long missions that weren't included in the original Xbox ones. And these aren't just something half-assed. There's actually one that goes all the way back to the roots of Lara Croft when she was a child. So I don't know whether you're going to play her in child form or if she's going to go back in time and see that era or whatever it is, but we are getting full-on extra content, 2 to 3 things of extra content of full-on gameplay and Lara's origins, which is amazing. On top of that, we are also getting extra brand new costumes, and one of the costumes is from the 20th anniversary of Tomb Raider 1, even though this is Tomb Raider 2, which, by the way, I bought for $1 at Goodwill. It was mint $1 for this. Pretty epic. Anyways, we are getting this classic outfit, and another thing I noticed in the trailer was at the end, they actually show like the current graphics of Rise of the Tomb Raider, and they show these guys running in with their guns, and she pops out of a tomb or out of like a casket, and it is actually the Tomb Raider Lara Croft from this one. So I'm thinking you might even be able to be that character, unless it was just a fun thing for them to do. But regardless, that is amazing. Now, on top of that, this isn't a big deal to me, but the Xbox version was 720p, and I guess it took a lot of work to get it up to 1080 for them to up-convert it, because the Xbox One has issues doing that. Now, I never really saw a difference between 720 and 1080, but once I played the PS4, I did notice that 1080 does have a lot more sharpness, or maybe it's just the graphics. This I don't personally care about myself, but getting something better is always good. This version is a full 1080p without them having to do anything, because everybody knows that hardware on the PS4 can run 1080p at 60 frames per second perfectly easy. So that is just one part of everything you're getting. Now, to top it off, you are getting, I believe it's over 100-page leather-bound book with all of the concept art for this game. Now, I'll have you know right now that book by itself would sell for $20. So if you count the book, all the DLCs, plus the updated visuals, and all the extra content we're getting, I think that pays for the entire $60 by itself, not even including the game. You might as well be paying $10 for the game and getting all the extra content. So $60 for that deal is amazing. Now, if you've been looking up to either my left or right corner, whatever had more for the for this video, you would have seen gameplay that is basically showing the 20th anniversary, them talking about it. I'll put a link below if you want to click on the trailer. They talk about the origins of Tomb Raider and what led them to Rise of Tomb Raider. Now, this game may be a year old for everybody else, but for me, this is a brand new game, and I cannot wait to get my sweaty, that just sounds creepy, my sweaty, wet, dripping hands on the controller so I can just play it and be like,
yeah, this is a lovely thing to show people in the future.
No, this is. Now, anyways, so guys, please pick up Tomb Raider 4. Don't listen to anybody bashing it. If you have a PS4,
IGN.
Especially IGN, I'm going to make a video about IGN. I'm not going to go into it right now, but I don't like you. If you're watching this, I don't like you at all.
IGN stands for I Game Never.
I Game Never. You're biased. They did a Sonic video recently on the new Sonic, and I literally just want to smack them all in the face because it's so exciting, and they always have to try to run games people love into the ground, yet they take Call of Duty and praise it.
Or idiotic gaming noob.
Or, yeah, what? Or
idiotic
what?
Gaming noob.
Or, yeah, exactly. Idiotic gaming noob. IGN. Do you know what? Yes, I love that. Stay tuned for my video on what I think of idiotic gaming noobs, IGN. Look at me if you're watching. I don't like you. I'm flicking you right now. Look, see this? See this? See this?
Ow.
Flick. I just flicked you. Anyways, I'll get into that another time. So, that is the first part of the video. The second part of this video, I woke up this morning and I was waiting to check the mail, and I was excited because I have a certain game that I was waiting for. I traded a rare Saturn game for another rare one. I'm not going to tell you what it is. That's going to be for another video. It's going to be Recent Pickups Part 2. And I was incredibly excited. I opened up the case. The case was a bit damaged, some cracks, and then the edges broke off. But I've replaced it with the Rebel Assault case I had because it was way rarer than Rebel Assault. So I figured I'd do that, and I'll order some cases in the future because I want all my games in good shape. Anyways, as I'm looking at this game and putting it together and getting ready, and I think I had it together and packaging it, suddenly my beautiful, lovely, wonderful fiance who was filming this, say hi, my partner in crime for life, my person of joy, my soulmate, the person who runs this channel with me, and by the
edits
way,
mostly everything,
and does all the awesome editing you
and
guys
art.
see, and art. She may be behind the camera, but she does all the magic.
I'm not wearing makeup and I don't feel good.
Yes. She suddenly, I hear a scream from the bathroom, more kind of like a, oh my god, like Travis, what was it? Travis, come here.
I was like, babe?
Babe, get in here. So I'm looking at this wonderful game and I'm all excited. And I run to the bathroom. Now, she took a pregnancy test yesterday. And the pregnancy test came out negative. She bled a little bit. Not that you need to know that. But it wasn't.
TMI!
TMI wasn't a full, wasn't the full-on whoosh. Anyways, she screams and calls me into the bathroom. And this is and this is day couldn't turn out good enough, something more miraculous happens. And I run into the bathroom as she shows me a pregnancy test. And she shows me this right here. Now, you
can't see it because it's super
faint.
faint.
To yourself, you can't see the clear line on it. I'm trying to do it up close. Can we get it?
Stupid. Oh, you can kind of see it.
Okay.
A little bit.
Now, the thing is, you might be thinking, oh, that's not a proper second line. This test works. The first line is to show that the test is not defective, and the second one means that you are pregnant. Now, here's the gig. This was taken the day after her period.
Not too bad.
Now, by that, if you're showing positive, you will show a faint line. Now, the faint line is because you have a certain hormone called HCG, and was early on.
Suddenly, this is a biology class.
It shows you that you have it in your bloodstream, basically, and it shows up. So the fact that there's a faint line means it is there. So when we take another test in a few days, this will be a solid line. And tomorrow we are going to the doctor, and they're going to give us a 100% that this is good. But it's there. And the thing about it is, last time she waited 10 minutes and it didn't count. But we waited 5 minutes, and this popped up.
Which it told me to wait 5 minutes.
Yes. So all I have to say is we will let you know the full results tomorrow at the doctor, but we are 99.99% sure, just like the test says, that she is pregnant.
And also my period's missing. So there you go.
Yes, I was not expecting this. I've been wanting to have a kid my whole life. To be honest with you, I was a 14, 15-year-old kid who, while all the other ones were out playing basketball, I was dreaming of having a wife and getting married and having a kid and all these things because I was a hopeless romantic. And then as I got older, I never found the right person, and I never felt like I don't know, I didn't feel like I was ready. And the thing is, who really knows when you're ready for these things? You're never really ready. You can have your situation in your life better. There's things that I want to accomplish, of course, before the kid comes and everything else. But the whole matter of the fact is, I've been with her for 6 years, and we are going to get married, and I'm going to actually repropose to her again at some point soon. And I may be scared, I may be nervous, there's a lot of stuff that comes with it, but I'm 32. I just turned 32 years old, and we're going to have a kid. I'm going to have...
Legally 33.
Legally 33, 32. That'll be another story for you in the future, but we are going to have a baby. And I couldn't think of a more perfect time or a more perfect person that I love to have a baby with than the person holding this camera right now.
Jeez.
A person that has been loyal to me, who has loved me, and I cannot say that about any of my other girlfriends. And God, thank you for not letting any of them get pregnant, because, man, I'm not trying to talk shit, but none of them were the right person for me. It was very bad. But I found somebody loyal and loving, and now we're going to have a baby together, and I'm going to do everything I can to be the father that I want to be, the father that mine could not be, and I want to be able to give this kid everything I possibly can and raise him good and make sure he does not play Call of Duty and he plays a lot of Dreamcast.
Or she.
What? Or she.
Or they.
He, or they, whatever their preference is after they pop out of the womb and figure it out when they get older. Anyways, so that is the exciting news. Right now I'm still in that surreal period, but I thought I would document this. And in the future, I'm going to be documenting this more as she starts getting a baby bump and everything else goes along. Now, I do want to say that, you know, I think the 100% when it's early on, we have to go and get the test tomorrow, and we have to make sure everything's good. But worst case scenario, we try again. But everything right now is pointing at a pregnancy, and I just want to tell Jennifer, Mom, I'm officially calling you Mom,
or and Grandma,
and Binka, Grandma, and Bert.
Or really, Grandma, Grandpa, and Grandpa.
Yeah, which is Grandpa, my brother Derek, my sister Nicole. You guys are all going to have a niece and a nephew. I love you guys very much. And, you guys all have something to look excited about. And Bert, we told Bert, and when we walked in, we're like, so he looks at it and he goes, what is this? I think he thought it was some kind of weird gaming unit, like a memory card. And he's like, what is this? And we're like,
it's a pregnancy test.
See the second line? And he goes, I'm going to be a grandfather. And he's like, oh my God, I'm old. He's only 50-something years old. My dad had me when he was like 46 or something. I don't know. My dad was really old. But anyways.
46 is not old.
Yeah, it's not that old. But still, nonetheless, in high school he was over 60. But yeah, I just want to share that with all of you guys because it's a really exciting
Do you even remember the names we picked?
Desdemona. Mm-hmm. Maybe the middle name will be Knights Berman, and then what was the male name? Cyprian, and then it would be Cyprian Riala Berman.
Yes.
Those are the names. The two names because we love them. Cyprian was a name we got from a game called Evil Twin on the Sega Dreamcast.
It's also one of the main characters in my novel series.
It's also one of the main characters in there, and then Desdemona.
It's from Shakespeare.
Yes, and the middle names, Knights and Riala, are from our favorite Sega game.
Knights and Dreams.
In the world, which is Knights and the Dreams for the Sega Saturn and Journey of Dreams, of course. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to keep you guys up to date as I'm doing the video game stuff. There's going to be updates on the pregnancy and everything else going on, but I just wanted everybody to know, and my family, Derek and Nicole and everybody else, that I'm gonna have a kid. Yes, the guy who is a complete moron, idiotic. That guy. I'm gonna have that kid. Yeah, so he's probably gonna be really dorky, but judging by me and her, that's gonna be one good-looking child. I'm telling you what. People are gonna walk by and they're gonna be like, yeah, okay, I'm an idiot.
That's just not something we should be.
When they grow up. Actually, if we have a girl, I'm scared because I'm going to kill anybody who tries to get near her.
She's going to be a strong-ass feminist.
Yeah, and that's good with me because any guy that comes near her, I will kill you. And if it's a boy, well...
See, but you don't have to do that.
I know I don't. I didn't actually mean that. I'm not supposed to say that on camera.
You're not supposed to say that in general.
No.
I taught you this.
I'm so
we'll discuss it again.
When we have a girl, like, it's like... anyway, it doesn't
She'll
matter.
be fine.
If we have a girl in the future, it better be a really great guy for her. And if we have a kid
or
a boy,
what if she's a lesbian?
Or whatever partner they have, better
or
be good
bisexual.
enough. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. This will be in the future to talk about. I wouldn't. Anyways, that is the end of the video.
Jeez.
Thank you for listening to that ramble at the end. And until next time.